Welcome back to Clocked Out, keeping you up to date with the gaming world. Firstly, we're going to talk about a few games we're all excited to play, coming out this year and next year. The first game on that list is James Bond First Light. It's about a young James Bond who just got into the door at MI6, going on his first few missions and being absolutely reckless. It looks good. It has all your crazy gadgets like in your standard James Bond games, like lasers coming out of watches and all this other shite, and we can't wait to play it. The second game on that list that we can't wait to play is Delta Force. Delta Force was first released ages ago, back in 1990 something, and they released the game back in PS2, and they haven't released the game since, until now. They're releasing the game in August 19th that is free to play, looks sick, all the walls in are breakable, huge multiplayer map with tanks, all helicopters and everything, and it looks absolutely savage that you can play with your friends till 3 in the morning with. It looks like a game that can give Battlefield a run for its money. Now, speaking of Battlefield, EA is cooking up a new Battlefield game coming out hopefully March next year. Now, I'm a big Battlefield fan and I can't wait for this because the last Battlefield game was shockingly terrible. It was so bad. It came out with loads of bugs and glitches, you can probably all remember it. The maps were so bad, you literally had no cover in the whole map. You run out, you get sniped. You run out, you get ran over by a tank. And once you find a bit of cover, you're half the squad are in there just having fucking bait, having tea, because you can't go outside, otherwise you're instantly dead. So please take a step back, EA, and look at Battlefield 4, an amazing game. Just copy that and you can't go wrong. The next game that's coming out is Silent Hill F. Yeah, it's called Silent Hill F. I don't know who came up with that stupid name. I can't believe they paid a load of marketing people to sit down and be like, oh, what are we going to call this new Silent Hill game? Let's call it F. Stupid, I know. But anyways, you look at the trailer, it looks sick. It looks scary and freaky like all the other Silent Hill games that if you want to play and shut yourself, play in the dark alone with headphones, and I'm pretty sure you'd be freaked out. Next, we're moving on from games to Xbox. Xbox are releasing a handheld device called the Xbox Rogue Ally. Now, this is their first handheld device console, and to be honest, they just cheated. They did not create the console. They literally just copied the Asus Ally Rogue, slapped an Xbox logo on it and be like, whoa, here you go, twice the price, better performance, and it's a true Xbox, but it's clearly not. In my advice is buy the Asus Rogue because you can play Steam games on it as well as Xbox games. Well, in the Xbox Rogue Ally, you can just play Xbox games, and I don't know why they bothered doing that. So there's two versions. You have the Xbox Rogue Ally and the Rogue Ally X. I don't know why Xbox do this. Just release one console, one handheld device that is good. Stop making a cheap version and making us feel bad and for not cashing out on the expensive, better version. I hate when companies do that. Just stick to one like PlayStation and Switch do, and that's it. Now, the prices for these Xbox Rogue Allies are quite expensive. So the rumored price is $800 for the Rogue Ally X. That has a better battery, better processor, and just better overall. While the cheaper one will cost still around $500, which is a ridiculous amount of money. Now, do I think it's worth it? Probably not, unless you're really traveling a lot and you like it. But good luck, I'll tell you. Speaking of handheld devices, the Switch 2 has finally been released for a while now, and people are complaining. Apparently the Switch is coming straight out of the box with stick drift. Imagine that, you overpay for a console, you pay around $80 for a stupid Mario game. Well, not stupid, it's a good game, but $80 is the ridiculous amount. And then you can't even play the game because there's stick drift. Like, come on, imagine that, like, people, come on. You had the same problem with the first Switch, and now you have the same problem with the second Switch. Like, could you not learn from your lessons? But no. And on top of that, if you try to jailbreak your Switch, which is obviously bad and illegal, they will break the console so you can't play multiplayer games on it. So, if you buy a second-hand Switch, people, be careful. Make sure to test it out, because there's people trying to hack that shit, and then they get blocked and bricked, and they try to sell it on for the same price. And trust me, you want to make sure you buy it properly. You also have to be very careful of buying a second-hand Switch, because there's people out there trying to jailbreak the Switch, and Nintendo ends up breaking the console. You can't end up playing multiplayer games, and there's you cluelessly can't wait to play the game once you bought a Switch second-hand and you can't go online. So make sure to double check that you can go online before you buy a second-hand Switch. Now lastly, we're going to talk about a rumor, which is PS5 is eventually going to be compatible with the old PS3. Yes, it's only a rumor now, but hopefully they will learn from Xbox and make every console compatible with the previous generation. I don't know why they do it. Well, actually, I do know. Money. They want us to stream this through their services, play PS3 games instead of already owning the game and playing it on a new console. It's just absolutely selfish. Now, for those of you who can't wait to play PS3 games, I have a solution. Have you ever heard of an emulator called RPCS3? This is now available on Android, yeah. So this is an emulator that lets you play PS3 games on your phone or tablet, which is sick. And plus, you can download games for free off some websites. Now, I'm not saying to do this, but I would do it. Now, you need a very, very good high-spec phone or tablet to play these games because it is an emulator. It requires a lot of processing and a lot of RAM to play these games, but it is still sick. Imagine being on a flight and you're just there playing a bit of Resistance or Ratchet and Clank on your phone. It is sick, I know. Now that is all we have for today when Unclocked Out. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please let me know what you think about it, and we'll see you all next time.